What started as a routine commercial flight from Amsterdam to the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur has ended up sparking a sharp escalation in the worst security crisis to hit Europe since the end of the Cold War. Diplomats are scrambling to establish how exactly a Malaysia Airlines Boeing airliner with almost 300 people aboard ended up as smouldering wreckage in farmland in eastern Ukraine. There, Russian separatists and the Ukrainian military have for 4 months been locked in a military standoff that has already led to new US sanctions on Russia. Flight MH17 took off from Amsterdam's Schiphol airport, with many passengers planning to take a connecting flight later to attend an AIDS conference in Australia. But a few hours later, the Boeing 777, flying at an altitude of over 30,000 feet, disappeared from radar over eastern Ukraine near the border with Russia. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak said the plane never made a distress call. It came down east of Donetsk, the stronghold of the pro-Russian separatists. Local TV footage showed wreckage bearing the red and blue livery of Malaysia Airlines, as well as bodies strewn across many square kilometers. US officials believe that the airliner was shot down by a guided missile, but have not been able to conclude yet where the missile was fired from. Both Russia and the Ukraine have accused each other of being behind the incident. Airlines have in the past 12 hours redirected long-haul flights around Ukrainian airspace. The loss of MH17 has already led to questions over why passenger flights are still allowed to fly over the troubled region. This is the second airline tragedy to befall Malaysia in only 4 months. Another Malaysia Airlines plane, flight MH370, went missing on March the 8th on a routine flight from KL to Beijing with 239 people aboard. In Kuala Lumpur, the Malaysian Prime Minister and his cabinet at least have the recent experience of MH370 to ensure that they handle this crisis more smoothly than the country's previous disaster. But that would be scant comfort for the relatives of those aboard flight MH17. Jeremy Grant, Financial Times.